So welcome to the Coach Casey channel. And if you're new here, this is the place where we gather to talk about different ways that we can become a better person. Introduce myself to you. I am a certified life and wellness coach with 30 years of consulting for businesses and individuals. But today, I want to ask a question for those of us in our senior years. Should we retire, or should we work, or should we do both? So stay tuned, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and push the notification bell so you can get more updates from the Coach Casey channel, which I'm so grateful to my subscribers. And if you have some ideas on what you would like to discuss, please leave them in the comments below. So let's take the first step, and that's decide, should I keep working or not? If you're like me, I'm 73 and I still like to work. I enjoy what I do. Fortunately, I'm here in beautiful Myrtle Beach and I work from my house, and I do a lot of creative work with both YouTube and content writing and web kind of stuff for my clients. And so basically what I'm doing here is sifting through my career, making decisions, where do I want to go next? And I think the criteria that I suggest that we all use is, of course, our economics. What's it look like to be on a retirement income? The last census said that there's a big majority of people whose Social Security earnings are less than $551 a month who can live on that, right? So economics can force us back into the workplace. Then there's health issues. As we get older, we got to pay more attention to that stuff, right? And then there's our lifestyle. Maybe we dream about golfing or fishing or traveling the world and really want to do this. But on the other hand, we really kind of would like to pursue a different lifestyle. Maybe we'd like to go back to school and get a degree. And all of these factors kind of churn around in our brain because we're operating on a time of our life with limited chapters left in the book, okay? And we got to find out, how can we use those limited chapters left in our book the best way? So here we go. Let's take another look and dig a little deeper into this decision to work, retire, or a hybrid lifestyle. Let me ask you a quick question. In general, what motivates you? What is your get up and go for the day that makes you want to interact with people or find interests or join clubs? What is it that motivates you? Because often a lot of folks that leave the workforce have a vision of what they think they're going to be doing during retirement. But when they get there, how many times have you heard a friend, relative, anybody you know say, I tried it for 6 months, I couldn't stand it, I went back to work? So what was it that motivated them to do that? Was it just the money? Was it socialization with other workers? Was it learning? So dig deep and try to figure out what your motivation is for whatever steps you're going to take. Full retirement, partial, no, whatever it's going to be. Motivation is key. Next, and we can't get around this one, can we? And that's financing. We want to travel the world, or we want to buy that beach house, whatever it is we want to do. Maybe we just want to live comfortably without worries. And I hear all the time on television and in the media about the need to financially plan for your older years. But how many of us find out when we get to those golden years that prices have gone up, that maybe the investments were a little bit shaky, maybe we needed them for an emergency? So I understand, and I'm not trying to offend any financial planner, but the best financial planner is you. You know what you need, and you need to sit down with your partner, your wife, whomever your significant other is, if you have one, or your children, and build up a plan that says, this is my income, these are my expenses, what can I do, what can't I do? And based upon that, what is that baseline amount of money that I need to live on if you're at that level? Not all of us have golden eggs, right? Or is that a golden goose? I can't remember. Not all of us have, deep 401k plans and stock holdings and properties. And most of us are normal people that had a career and now end up with X amount of dollars that we have to stretch to get to where we want to go. That'll also help you decide if you want to supplement with full or part-time work for as long as your health allows you to do that. Okay, let's cook to the next one. This third factor, we get assaulted every day on television with every new pharmaceutical drug that comes along for older people, and all those percentages of, if you do this, you're going to live this much longer. So I figured if I took them all, I would live 100% longer, correct? Based upon their calculations. But goofiness aside, your health is really important to your decision on what you're going to do with your life. So I recommend strongly that you get regular labs and regular checkups and time to modify your diet. You know, maybe drinking that 6-pack or eating that bag of chips or popping down a lot of sweets and ice cream, which you know who likes to do that. Maybe it's time to modify and get with a nutritionist or a physician, slim down a little bit. You know, take care of yourself first before you can take care of any other supplemental income and career, or live a fulfilling retirement. You know, I think it's not unusual for all of us to want to be remembered. Otherwise, why did we spend X amount of days, months, and years on this planet walking around, correct? So the decision to the decision to retire or work also blends into our legacy. What is it that we want to be remembered for? What do we want to leave behind? Whether it's our money, our knowledge, our property, those are things certainly, but there's other ways to contribute to your legacy, and that is to help other people, to volunteer, to get into soup kitchens and clothing drives, and be active in your church, synagogue, temple, mosque, whatever, whatever your spiritual needs are. Find out about what can I do to be an inspiration to younger people, because you know it and I know it, but man, they need it right now, don't they? The way that's going on outside in that world, they need us, the older people, with our wisdom to help keep them going on a straight path to success, because it's so easy to wander these days. So think about your legacy. All right, let's wrap this up real quick. So after we've made a decision on what we're going to do, of course, life's full of surprises, but for this moment, we can have a decision on what we want to do. We have to think about how many X amount of hours do we want to give to that job, and X amount of hours do we want to spend in retirement. And that, again, like financial part, that takes planning too. For example, myself, I dedicate my weekly schedule to so many work hours that equal extra income, versus those days and hours that I want to travel, because I love to travel. I can't travel the world, but of course there are places I do like to go. So I have to commit to say, all right, this block of time I'm going to use for my work. I'm not going to overload myself and work overtime and work 7 days a week. And this block of time I'm going to devote to what I want to do: fishing, golf, singing, knitting, learning to play the guitar, whatever it is you can think of that's fun. Maybe you buy a motorcycle and get inside of some of these motorcycle weekends like we have at Myrtle Beach, which seem to be a lot of fun. I don't happen to have a bike, but for them it looks like a great time and a lot of socialization. You understand what I'm saying? Managing your time, your money, your health, your attitude, your motivation, and your future all bundles into one at this stage of our life. So I hope some of this resonated with you. I hope it helps you make a decision on what you want to do. Again, repeating myself, please like and subscribe to the Coach Casey channel. And you know what? I'll see you in the future.